I've had my phone for over 3 years and it doesn't work as it should. The battery is awful and it lags a little. I think I could have gotten out of this phone another year or maybe even 2, but I had too much money and I couldn't help it. So I bought a new phone, and there are certain things I thought I would hate about it, and it turns out I really hate them. So this is what this video is about. I complain about my new phone. But at first, what is phone? A mobile phone is a wireless handheld device that allows users to make and receive calls. Thanks Google. We all needed that explanation. But how did these wireless handheld devices start? The first mobile phone was invented in 1973 and it weighed about 1 kilogram. How did people carry that brick? I mean, it was expensive back then, so it was a rich people problem. Let's skip like 2 decades to 1990s. This is when cell phones became more popular. They were smaller, lighter, and the battery wasn't dead after a few hours. But the screen had still only one color. In late 90s and early 2000s, mobile phones contained more and more features like vibrations, colors, internet, GPS, radio, and many more. And the phones became smaller and lighter. The first smartphone looked like this. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a smartphone too. It was released in 1994. So let's move on to 2005 when the first iPhone was released. Yeah, that looks better. And the first Android phone was released 3 years later. Have you noticed that mobile phones with the buttons became smaller and smaller? And now, the smartphone is the opposite. I remember my first smartphone. It was pretty much normal sized. It was wider than the stupid phones, but still pretty much normal. But then I got one with 4-inch screen. I thought how huge it was. Now it's normal to buy one with more than 6-inch screen. Now I'm gonna tell you what I think are the biggest pros and cons of smartphones. Let's start with the pros. I can check basically everything on my phone, like social media, email, news. It's so big so I can watch some videos or movies, taking pictures, calculator. Oh, I remember, back in 1st or 2nd grade, the teacher told us that we were never going to get a calculator by us, so we had to learn how to count. But now, shame on you. The last pro that comes to my mind is being online all the time. But isn't that a con too? Imagine the situation, you are online and somebody sends you a message. And you don't really feel like responding. You write back immediately or wait until you feel like it. I usually wait, but I think about it all the time. And I don't think that's good. Let's move to cons for real. Battery is pretty bad. I guess I could spend less time on my phone, but what would be the point then? They break easily, so I must borrow things to keep it safe. And the biggest con I hate about new smartphones. They are huge. I can only use one hand to control it. It's annoying. I don't know if you noticed, but I won. Another problem than small hands are women's pockets. They are so small. It looks like this when I put my phone in my pocket. Good for muggers. Let's make it easier for them. And recently, I dropped something and I have problems with bending over and picking it up because I had the phone in my pocket. It happened in public. It had to be fun to watch. Or sad. Anyway, I could use my back pocket, but I've heard so many times about phone falling to the toilet. That's a risk that I'm not willing to take. Or Or I could keep it in a bag, but that makes me anxious, not feeling my phone all the time. Do you understand me? When I am pocketless, I have to have my phone in a bag and I check like every 30 seconds to see if it's still there. I don't really care about the other accounts, I just want to have a chance to pick from smaller smartphones. I mean, I could have picked a smaller phone, but I have to choose from those indestructible or really expensive phones. We need more compact phone. Do you have the same problems with smartphones as me? Or even more? Let me know in the comments. Bye!